Man, and Donald Trump, he plays golf with Bryson DeChambeau. Yeah. He goes on Theo Vaughn. He talks about Zins. And, you know, Democrats, I'm sorry, like, they haven't had a cool guy candidate in a while.
MSNBC and the legacy media will go to any lengths to ensure that the framing of a story is favourable to their audience and their overlords' intentions. In this instance, I'm talking about a recent town hall in Michigan, where workers don't seem to care too much about Jan 6. They seem to be refusing to accept the narrative that this was the worst event in human history. Let's have a look.
And talk to me about your level of interest in the criminal charges and so forth.
February 6th?
January 6th.
January 6th. So I remember that day.
Call it February 6th. I didn't even know what day it was.
I know he was the standing president. I'm not familiar with the charges that are being brought against him for that. I'm not following that charge I know there's multiple court cases going on. I'm just not familiar with it.
I mean, that doesn't sound like it's going to be a factor in deciding who to vote for.
No.
Okay, so when I say January 6th, what do you think?
Oh, I just remember seeing it on the news, like all the riots and stuff. Don't really know what it was about or what happened, though.
How did it make you feel when you saw it?
I don't know. I don't really feel any way about it. People showed their emotion, I guess. Probably in the wrong way, but it happened.
That's amazing, isn't it? To watch them almost like extraterrestrial observers on their own planet encounter ordinary people. And it's an indication of how deeply distinct and separate these information communities or ideological communities have become. Like, if you consume the media that the reporter is pushing, you would go, yeah, Jan 6, that's the worst thing that's happened since Pearl Harbor. It's the worst attack since 9/11. People died. It's disgusting. And then if you don't, like, the thing is, with the saturation of all forms of media now, remember when people were astonished that CNN was a 24-hour news channel? I can still remember that. I'm old enough. And now we live in this immersive media environment. The truth is, most people don't care about what's happening on TikTok. Most people don't care about what's happening in mainstream media. Most people care. Would you agree? Let me know in the comments and chat. About our own lives. However much you care about the Diddy case and its salaciousness and how its tendrils appear to reach into every corner of Hollywood and the entertainment industry, exposing it for what it plainly is. Do you care about it as much as, like, your own kids and your own family and your own ability to feed yourself, or is it just some sort of glistening, glucose-covered, stinking spectacle laying across the surface of your reality? Certainly, based on what we just saw there, people don't care much about it. We just will not think what they want us to think. They want to replace our thoughts. That's what I'm noticing. Here's CNN baffled by the perspective of a potential voter on Donald Trump.
Man, and Donald Trump, he plays golf with Bryson DeChambeau. Yeah. He goes on Theo Vaughn. He talks about Zins. And, you know, Democrats, I'm sorry, like, they haven't had a cool guy candidate in a while. And, like, with all due respect to Tim Walz, like, Tim Walz appeals to a lot of men. He also appeals to that guy, Bruce, in Jeff's package. He's wearing a Future is Female shirt. Yeah. That guy in Madison, Wisconsin is already going to vote Democrat. Yeah. I'm sorry. How do you reach the young men?
Yeah. I wonder how you do. It doesn't seem like further berating the participants in January the 6th or telling people they were crazy to have concerns about vaccines. Think of the numerous anomalies and hypocrisies packed into that. The fact that most people that were vaccine hesitant, weren't Republicans. They were, in fact, if you were to look at various categories, for example, ethnicity, significantly drawn from African Americans or non-white Americans. Think of how the Democratic Party has to sort of tiptoe around that and continually reframe that. Wait a minute, aren't we supposed to be the party that's standing up for minorities and against white supremacy and stuff? And yet we're pushing this idea, this medicine, these mandates, this control, this sense of fear, this necessity of a vaccine program, this necessity for ubiquitous lockdowns, this necessity for citizen management, however it can be augured and promoted. It just doesn't make sense. Here is food activist Alex Clark talking about the vaccine agenda at a recent roundtable event hosted by Ron Johnson. Let's have a look at that agenda.
In 1985, newborn millennials had to follow a schedule of just a handful of vaccines. Today, a child following the recommended vaccine schedule will receive up to 70 shots by the time they turn 18, including 27 before he or she turns 2, and as many as 6 shots in a single visit. Are all these shots producing healthier kids? According to the data, no. Are we allowed to even ask? Also, no.
I'll handle this one. Yes, they are. And you are allowed to ask. Everything's fine. Carry on.
Some parents who've asked too many questions about the recommended vaccine schedule can find themselves reported to Child Protection Services. Or they will get kicked out of their pediatrician's office for not being compliant. This is America, the land of the free. Parents are being held hostage. They did not sign up to co-parent with the government. We want a divorce.
Good speech, good punchline. Divorce, people love that kind of thing. Also, I liked watching the unfolding of the slow pressure of a standing ovation. You know, if you're out at an event and like someone near you does a standing ovation, we're doing a standing ovation. By the end, even the people participating in the round table, Bobby Kennedy, it looks like we're doing a standing ovation. Got to do a standing ovation. But, you know, it does warrant one. I don't remember inviting the state to intervene when it comes to matters tending to my family regarding my intellectual and ideological perspective. The state seems pretty determined to replace God while telling you that there is no such thing as God, or at least when it's convenient to tell you that. Certainly it seems like a pretty godless way to run a country and indeed a planet. We can't continue to bring you this beautiful content without the support of our partners. Cybercrime. It's the third largest economy. I wonder what the first one is. Military-industrial complex, big pharma. Is it big tech? I don't know. But the third biggest one is cybercrime, and it targets like email, social media passwords. Even AT&T announced that hackers had compromised all of their customers' text and call records. That's us, that's me, that's you. Bunker is an affordable all-in-one app protecting you and me against identity theft, fraud, surveillance, all stuff that you don't want, including patent-pending secure messaging, password management, and secure cloud storage. Why pay for different applications when you can protect yourself with Bunker for $12 annually? It's not much, is it? That's $1 a month. Let me divide that into weeks, 20 seconds. It's not much. Bunker is owned and operated by security professionals with a history of protecting the public against cyber criminals and surveillance. Bunker, they believe that people should be empowered to focus on what matters most, security and privacy in day-to-day life. For a limited time, Bunker's offering a 1-year free trial for you, friends, and family. That's if you sign up today. You've got to sign up today. You can have it free for a year. So download Bunker from the App Store or Play Store using the offer code BRAND, all caps, to get the first year for free. Thank you. Hey, thanks for watching. If you want to see more uncensored content where free speech can flourish, join our live stream. Click the link right here to watch the next video if you want to, or become a member of a growing movement. Download the Rumble app and you'll be informed every time we make a new piece of content. Stay free.